All right. So this is Allene. She just finished the 16-week program with me. And I actually know her outside of this program, but due to the pandemic, we decided to work online together. But I want to share Aleene's experience with Muscles by Plants. So tell me a little bit about your wins so far in the program.
Cool. Wins. The biggest one is that I have, as of now, like today, I'm down roughly 27 pounds from where I started, which is awesome. And which is like way past what I had originally set myself to do. And so that's just it's not only is it the weight loss that's been a big win, way more than I thought it was going to be, but um I also call myself a cook now, which is something I never thought I would call myself, but like I cooked a really healthy meal for my dad and my best friend the other day. They loved it. And I work out semi-regularly now, which is not something, I mean, it's something I did before, but like not part of my daily routine. So just all around 1, 2, 3, healthier life change and trajectory, which has just been awesome. And I'm continuing to reap the benefits of it.
Yeah. And so a little bit about Allene, when we worked together in person pre-pandemic, um, there were a lot of stipulations on getting to the place that she is currently. So cooking was one of them.
Big
You were
one.
like, oh, no, I can't. I don't cook, so I'm never going to be able to do this. And now, she's making dinner for her friend and her dad. And what would you say was your experience with the menus that you were getting via the program?
They were perfect. They were just the right mix of stuff so that nothing ever felt repetitive or like dull or like I was really missing out on this like one protein I really like or this one flavor profile I really like. So like a good variety of things, but most importantly, easy to make. So easy to make and quick to do, which for me was such a big deal because I never felt that I would have the patience to cook. So it was like the perfect easing me into cooking because they were easy recipes that tasted really well and there was a good variety of them. And so now they just threw open the door.
And what would you say about the Oreo shake?
Yes, the Oreo. Okay, I never thought that I would have an Oreo shake be a consistent thing that I would have as like a thing I ate every like 2 days on a diet. So it's like not only was I allowed to have an Oreo shake, it wasn't even like a little treat you could maybe do once a month. It was not every like 2 days you're gonna have an Oreo shake. It was scheduled, it was regimented. Great.
And I think that my projection for you guys when you do my one-on-one program is that it is easy and you aren't restricting and get you're able to get what you want to eat, but also you have a busy life, right? You work a few jobs, and you're able to, because that's a lot of times people's excuses, right? They're like, oh, I don't have any time. I work a couple jobs, I have kids, blah, blah, blah. Not that you have kids, but that's another thing that people kind of sweep under the rug is that they're like, well, just don't have time. And so tell me about, your experience doing the workouts and the nutrition and how that was you were still able to be on top of it.
For the nutrition, that was super easy because I think even if I didn't, let's say for a week, I didn't pre-make my meals. So like once you're used to like the components you need to put together and you have that all in your fridge, the meals become like super easy, even if you have to improvise on a fly. And as far as the workouts went, it was more like a mental adjustment more than anything else. So I knew that every other day I had a workout. So I woke up that morning knowing, great, that's on the schedule. Like it was just incorporated into my schedule. And as it went on, it just, it kind of becomes an afterthought. You've planned around it, and it's not, I think my workouts were like between 30 minutes to an hour roughly every other day. So it was like a part of, it was just like a thing that you needed to do. Like work, you got to do that day. The workout, you got to do that day. And they were just, they were never too much that I felt like, oh man. And sorry, I wanted to say also, mine were all at home with like minimal equipment. So it was never like a huge ordeal. Like I need to go lug the Bowflex into the room or something, or go to the gym. It was super easy. It was just clear the space in my room for this half an hour or this hour and just go to work. And that's how I thought about it. Just go to work.
And what would you say to someone kind of on the fence about wanting to do this program? Like they're like, it sounds good, but I'm not sure because I've tried so many other things in the past.
As somebody who's tried so many things in the past, do the program, because this has been the best dieting health experience ever. Like just health in general, for my well-being experience that I have ever had. I've tried so many things. I thought none of them worked for me, and I thought nothing would ever work for me. I thought, man, I was just one of those people who was just born genetically unlucky. Like it's just not going to happen. Dieting's not going to work. Exercise isn't going to work. And what I wanted out of this was exactly what I got. I was able to just trust the system, just let go, don't think about it, do what I had to do and trust the system. And I got the results. And that's something I've never had happen to me before. So if that's what you're looking for, you're going to get it, because that's what I got. There were times where I almost couldn't even finish what was on my plate because I was full. So I never felt starved. I never felt like I was denied anything. I even had a few cheat days. You're never gonna let me forget that calzone I powered through.
You just brought it up. I didn't even say anything. You just
All
told
right,
me
I will
yourself.
never let myself forget that calzone I powered through. So even with knowingly having cheat days in there, it worked. So it was just, I've never felt throughout the entire program that I've ever denied myself anything, or that I had to cut things out of my life. Like, you can't ever have this anymore. If you want to be healthy, you can't eat this. That was never, thank goodness for that.
And I think too, like it's it's a testament to like people thinking like, oh, I have to have a cheat day. And it's like, you don't have to have a cheat day. Like you could just plan it into your week. Like
Mhm.
you're like, I'm gonna go out to dinner with my friends. Like I'm just gonna plan ahead of time on how I'm gonna do that. And it doesn't have to be that dramatic, like, oh my God, I just went and had everyone at the table's fries because I have been depriving myself for so long.
I think that that's kind of the best takeaway I got, as far as just the food aspect of it, is that my concept of what eating healthy means is changed from that very toxic view of, there are just certain things you can never eat, or if you're going to have to eat it, you're going to have to, like, that's going to be your cheat day, that in and out, you got to really suffer for it. To No, you can eat exactly what you want, how you want to eat it, when you want to eat it. But it's just a matter of, like, just being aware of what you're eating. And it's awesome. Like, it's awesome. So it's that's the best takeaway food wise that I've gotten, is that I don't even, if somebody asked me that if I'm dieting, I would have told them I don't feel like I'm dieting right now. I just feel like I'm eating smarter, like I'm eating better, like I know what I'm doing when I'm sitting down to have a meal. Which isn't the same thing, obviously, or
Right.
at least they might not think it's the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for your consistency and your discipline and your ability to trust me and trusting the process and getting the results you wanted, but even exceeding those expectations and getting, your happiness. Like not that weight loss or being thin or any of those things means that you're going to be more happy, but it does bring some sort of relief that now you know that this is something that you can continue to do for the rest of your life.
Exactly. That's huge. That's such a huge gift. That was so worth everything, and it was such a pleasure, and I loved it every second of it. Honestly, now looking back at it, not a second, not complaining throughout workouts aside. That's a given.
We all do that though. We all
do that. Yeah.
So if you're on the fence about working with me in Muscles by Plants, like take it from Allene. She was able to have Oreo shakes and she was able to, plan things ahead of time that she loved eating. And if you still don't believe it, you can scroll through and look at the other testimonials of the other the contestants, the other people who have worked with my program and have seen results. So again, thank you so much for your trust in me, and we're just going to go to the next part of your journey and make this a continuing lifestyle and not the end of your journey.
Definitely not. Definitely just the beginning.
So thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you.